Hi everyone, I'm the Dynamite Doll, and you are watching my very first episode of Diary of the Doll. Entry number 1 of Diary of the Doll. I'm at the airport, just checking in for my flight to LA, and of course, I have my Philadelphia Eagles jersey on because we won last night 24-20 against Dallas Cowboys. And look how much this jersey matches my eyes. It's like the perfect color. But guys, I'm super proud of myself because I managed for a 3-night trip to pack only a carry-on bag. That's huge for me. So usually I pack like 4 different shoes, at least maybe 6. But I wanted to be a little more simple this time. So I packed just a carry-on, and I'm wearing runners to everything except for tonight. I did pack a pair of heels for the Sunset Strip because I'm going to go all LA'd out. But other than that, tomorrow for Oasis, I'm going to dress casual. And then for the baseball game on Sunday, I'll just dress casual in my runners. And yeah, isn't this jersey great? But I need everyone to know that I'm big in Philly. The Dynamite Doll here. I can't wait to keep you updated on what's going on. Check out my luggage. It's a Juicy Couture carry-on bag. Okay guys, I can't wait to update you. Peace out! This past weekend, I went to LA for my first time since I was a child, and I brought you guys along, and I was posting everything and sharing everything with you. But I'm putting together a video and calling it Diary of the Doll, and I hope that you guys enjoy it. And I just want to explain everything I did and how cool it was. I haven't been to LA since I was 7 years old. The last time I went to LA was 1991. It was WrestleMania 7, and that's the only WrestleMania I've ever been to my whole life. And the coolest thing then was I got to meet Andre the Giant. So I was a young girl, and at our hotel, in our hotel lobby, my uncle Bret Hart took me downstairs to the lobby because he had to meet Andre for whatever reason. And I got to shake his hand. I don't have a picture with Andre, but that was like the coolest moment from my childhood, shaking a giant's hand. It was absolutely insane and a wonderful time to be alive. So fast forward to 2025, I went to LA to go see Oasis, my favorite British band ever. So first night we go, and we're not there till about 11:30 at night. We didn't get a direct flight from Canada. I'm from Calgary. So we had to take 2 flights. And by the time we got to our hotel, we stayed at the W Hollywood, it was called, and it was very, very close to the Sunset Strip. It was about 11:30 by the time we got in, and I was exhausted from my travels. It was a Friday. I worked all week. I drank at the airport. Okay, day 1 complete of Diary of the Doll. I am in LA, not far from the Sunset Strip. And, you know, it's 10:30 here, but at home it's 11:30, so I'm fucking beat. I'm not going out. But what I am doing is eating Pringles in bed. So, I'm so fucking hungry, and there's no food in this hotel. But they greeted us with Pringles, so. See you tomorrow, Oasis. Like by the time we got to our hotel, we were planning on going out to the Sunset Strip. But I was like, you know what? I'm exhausted. I just want to lay in this comfortable bed. The hotel, or Hollywood Hotel, was so awesome. It was very high end, like new and modern, and just it was so gorgeous. I was like, I'm just happy to just stay in tonight. So I was super happy I chose to do that and save my energy for the concert on the Saturday. And we had a whole day planned for Saturday. So I was like, it's best I save my energy and we don't go out the Friday night. So this hotel, we get there and I'm exhausted, and everything is so fancy there. So we're checking in. The hotel lobby area is kind of where the bar is, and they had very loud rave music going on. Like it was like a dance party, like a nightclub, and we're just checking into our hotel, and I'm like, wow, I don't have the energy for this right now. Like, I'm like, is this what LA is all about? Because like maybe I'm too old for this. Turns out I was just tired because the next day it was game on. But they gave us Pringles. There's like, here's some Pringles and here's some water for your room. And it was canned water. And I was like, ooh, this is fancy. So I really appreciated those Pringles because I was starving. And I laid in bed just like chowed down on my Pringles. And we did end up getting some fast food. What did we get now? Oh, I can't remember what I got, but I had some burger. I ate it in bed and then I saved my energy for the Saturday. So hi everyone, day 2 of Diary of the Doll. Last night might have been a bit of a lackluster because I was so tired coming from Canada. We took 2 flights. By the time we got here, it was 10:30, which was 11:30 my time, and I was just exhausted. We drove down the Sunset Strip and I was like, I don't have the energy for this right now. We get into our hotel and we're in a pretty cool, fancy hotel. In the lobby, it's like banging music, like it's a whole full-on rave down there. And I was like, I am not in the mood for this. They gave me those Pringles and some water. As you saw, I devoured those Pringles, went to bed, and had some Shake Shack, a Shake Shack burger. I laid in bed and had a Shake Shack burger. And then, you know, I'm pretty happy we didn't go out because it would have been super late. And I got up today, had my coffee in this cool spot, which I'll give you guys a tour in a minute of our room, our hotel here. And then I did the pool and now I just got ready and like, the LA sun today was just like so good for my skin. I'm feeling so refreshed. I didn't really want to leave the pool, but we have a lot to do today. So I'm going to be heading out soon, go have lunch at the Sunset Strip on a patio probably, and then go to my favorite store, Dolls Kill, and then just kind of see where the day takes us. And then I go to Oasis tonight, so I'm super excited, and I want to show you my room though, okay? It's so nice. Okay, so where I'm sitting right now is where I had my breakfast coffee. Let me show you. Like sitting in this windowsill. Stand up. You can see the hills. I love it. I'm gonna back up so you can see. It's like this big couch. This crazy light. The window seat is such a great spot to have a coffee. But everything, because there's so many lights and it's all like high tech, there's so many light switches that last night I couldn't figure anything out when I was exhausted. This bathroom light was on all night. I like couldn't figure out how to turn it off. Anyways, silly me, I was half asleep, but now I think I got it all figured out. I didn't know how to bump the AC. I was so hot sleeping in my Eagles jersey last night, but yeah, I'm going out shopping now, guys. I hope you're enjoying my diaries. Diary of the Doll in LA. And I'm going to Oasis later. Ah! Okay, I'll keep in touch. Bye, guys. Love you. Saturday morning, we got up. We had a beautiful rooftop pool. So went to the pool and spent maybe about an hour out there because we had a lot to do. So I could have stayed out there all day. It was so amazing. The sun felt so good on my skin. Where I'm from in Canada, it's very, very dry. And so instantly there in California, my skin was so soft. I was like, okay, now I know what people are talking about. A lot of people talk about when they go to Hawaii or they go to Mexico or whatever. They're like, my hair is so nice, my skin's so nice. I've never experienced that before. So this was my first time ever experiencing that. And so I went to the pool like twice, like the Saturday morning and the Sunday morning. And just from those 2 times for like 1 hour, my skin was so nice. So I've been trying to like keep up with my skincare and everything since I've been back. Cause I'm like, I don't want to lose my nice California skin, but it's probably going to happen. We're going to be heading into winter here soon. So damn you, cold Canada and your dry weather. We had a massive record store that was across the street from our hotel. It was called, I don't know how to pronounce it. Amoeba. Yes, it was called Amoeba. So checked out that. It was worth seeing. Diary of the Doll. We're at Dolls Kill. Let's go. I'm so excited. And then I wanted to go to Dolls Kill. So Dolls Kill is one of my favorite online stores, and it's like kind of gothic-y, funky, very colorful, very much me. Like they'll do collabs with people. So they've done like Care Bear collabs, and so I bought in Care Bear cowboy boots. They've done different band collabs, or they'll do like character collabs like Strawberry Shortcake, or recently they did a collab with Hole. Now Hole is one of my favorite bands. That's like one of my main theme songs is Doll Parts from Hole. So they recently put up a post on their Instagram, and they were like, they wanted the people to vote for what you wanted the next collab to be. Like just, and people were just saying things. And I said Hole. I was like, ooh, Hole would be super cute. Like the baby doll dresses are trendy. I don't know. She had a vibe. She was a rock star. She had that 90s rock star vibe with the boots, and she'd wear a little tiara, and just like the mix of like the rock and roll with like the princess was like totally spoke to me. So anyways, I voted for Hole, and then they announced their latest collab and it was Hole. So I was like, I win. Yay me. So I went to Dolls Kill, and that's the first time I've ever gone to their storefront. That's the only store. It's in LA. I shop online with them a lot. So I shop online on Dolls Kill. So I wanted to go see the store myself because I was like, I don't really need to go to a bunch of stores or shopping. Like I just knew where I wanted to go. I wanted to go see the storefront. I'd seen it online. It looked like they had a large clearance section. So I thought, okay, I'll go check it out. So I did, and it was pretty awesome. However, I only traveled with a small carry-on bag. So, I mean, I definitely probably would have went for their shoes, a pair of shoes, but their shoes are so chunky and platform that I was like, these aren't going to fit in my carry-on. So I'm better off like ordering those online. And then I found this purse that I really wanted. It's in one of my videos, and it has spikes. It's like had like heavy metal writing on it and then spikes. And I was going to get that, but I was like, I don't know, because I have a carry-on, if I'm going to be able to get this through and check my, like, I'd probably have to check it. And I didn't have a checked bag. So I didn't get the bag, but I did end up seeing the very last Hole item that they had was knee-high socks. So, and then I asked the guy, because I looked around, I only saw the socks. I'm like, where's the Hole collection? And he was like, oh, it did so well. It sold out. Like, it's gone. So I was like, okay, well, the socks are here, and that's small. Like, those will fit in my bag. So I ended up getting the Hole socks, and they're super cute. I wore them to work when I came home, but they're like baggy and they fall down. So that kind of sucks. So I was like, oh, maybe they're not meant to go over my knee. Maybe they're kind of meant to be under. But then they literally like scrunched all the way down to my ankles. So I don't know. I'm going to try washing them and see if they shrink. I mean, good thing they didn't cost that much money, but kind of sucks. I'm a little bit disappointed. And then I just got a one piece. Ed Hardy is back in fashion, I guess. So they had some Ed Hardy stuff, and I've been peeps in the Ed Hardy. So I was like, there was a blue one piece, like like you could wear to the gym, like shorts and like a tank top one piece. And it had the big Ed Hardy symbol on it. So I ended up getting that, and it was super comfy and cute. I ended up wearing it to the baseball game the next day. So, but we'll talk about that in a minute. And then we went for a drink next door, Dolls Kill. Now, I cannot remember the name of the bar. Oh, it was called like Cantors. It's called Cantors. I remember it because it almost looked like Carter's, but it's Cantors. So our Uber driver told us you should check that out. Oh, by the way, the Uber driver on the way to Dolls Kill was listening to classical music, and I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, I'm in LA. We're driving to Dolls Kill, and I can see all like the Hollywood stars on the sidewalk, and we're listening to classical music. And I was just like, okay, buddy, sure. But he told us go to Cantor's. It's like a really old, famous bar. So I was like, okay. And he didn't speak good English. I didn't know what he was talking about. So then we went to Cantor's after, just for a quick beer. And I guess it was kind of this little bar that Guns N' Roses played at. So they had like their pictures all over, and it was just this tiny dive bar. I had to use the washroom, and the lady that works there was like in there like plunging the toilet, and she's like getting mad at it. She's like, "This has been going on for like months." I'm like thinking, "Has this been clogged for months?" Like okay, I'll just use the other one. It's cool. But yeah, and she was like she was in fine form. And then same with the bartender. Like they seem like they live very interesting lives and see interesting characters every night. So yeah, that was that. And then we saw a big group of people there that had Oasis shirts on. So we're like, oh, did you go to? Because I think they had shirts from the Oasis England show. That's what it was. So they had seen them in England, and now they were going to see them in LA a second time. So yeah, we were talking to them, and we are like, "Oh, are you going tonight?" And like, see you at the show, but probably not really because there's going to be so many people there. But then, so after that, we went to Sunset Strip, and the only place that was open was the Rainbow Room. So that's why I put my Motorhead shirt on today. Rainbow Room was open, and we sat on the patio because you can go inside, but it was like, I don't know, it's like all lit up like Christmas lights, kind of. And I don't know, it was nice out. So I'm like, let's go on the patio. And so we took a tour, and it stunk in there. Like it smells like it's so old, like old bar, like old rotten bar, old carpet. Like just the waitresses are cranky, like no one's happy. There's literally one bartender, and it was so busy there because the Whiskey and the Roxy were both closed. And so the Rainbow Room was the only one open. So that was the only one I got to check out, and it was pretty awesome. We did a Lemmy, which was, it's like Jack and Coke, because that's what Lemmy drank there. He used to have a spot at the bar, and he had his own VLT, but I think they took that out now because when I took the tour around, I didn't see it. So yeah, that was fun. And we met a couple. We sat outside with them for a bit. The man was from Vancouver, and the woman was from Seattle. So they lived in Seattle now. So yeah, we were with them for a bit. And then at that point, we were hungry. So we went to what we thought was a British bar next door because I saw a big Union Jack flag. So I go, I'm like, yeah, we're seeing a British band tonight. Like, let's go eat fish and chips. I think that's a great idea. So we go there. It's not a British bar at all. They had like a DJ going, and it was like, again, it's like 3 o'clock, like just the music's going, pounding. I'm like, damn, people like to party here. Like, save it for the evening, people. But it was good music. There was like a DJ playing, and we sat on the patio again. And it was called the Blue Birdie. And it was just like a pub. And we did get our fish and chips, though, but it wasn't a British bar. And I stole a mug from there. Yeah, sometimes I'm a thief. So I stole a mug for my collection. Hopefully Blue Birdie doesn't find out, and hopefully I don't get arrested. So then we went back to the hotel to get ready for Oasis. About to go to the Oasis concert, but guess what? My phone only has 26%. I'm going to try to keep it short. I'm here for the Oasis concert, and that's what I wanted to post the most. But hey, I had a big day out at the Sunset Strip, and I can only do what I can do. Look at my shirt. Look at my fucking shirt. But anyways, guys, I will update you tomorrow. Love you. Keep it real. Much love. Go Oasis. And at this point is when we saw that there are self-driving cars in LA. How? There's no one driving it. This is so fucked. I think they were called, was it Lyft? No. Something, no, not Vimo. I can't remember what it's called, but there's self-driving cars. So they're like Uber cars to get you to where you need to go, but there's no one actually driving it. So we tried to book one. But I guess there's only so many in the city, and we couldn't get one because I wanted to take a video, get in one and like take a video of me yelling at the driver that didn't exist. So didn't happen, but they do exist, and that's really creepy. And maybe it's meant to be because maybe I would have died. Like, who knows? So we go to the hotel and get ready for Oasis. I had a like a raincoat because Liam, the singer, always wears like a black kind of raincoat. He always has his hood up. So British, right? It's like as if it's going to be pouring rain. So I was like, well, I want to bring my raincoat because I want to be like Liam, the singer. And so I brought it, but it was so hot, it was not needed. And I just had it wrapped around my waist the whole time. So I didn't look British at all. But we made these cool Oasis shirts and we had quotes on the back. And everyone was like, where'd you get your shirts? Like, oh, we made these ourselves. But so the Oasis concert was at the Rose Bowl, the very, very famous venue, the Rose Bowl. And so that was super cool to go there and experience like that large of a stadium in the States, a concert there. It was incredible. The crowd was so into it. The concert was like, I think hands down the best concert I've ever been to. And it was just really yeah, it was like such a religious experience because the band had not been together for like 15 years. They're brothers, they've been fighting, and no one ever thought they'd see the day that they would tour again together, and they finally did. And then we're like, oh my God, are they going to get in a fight? Like, are they going to make it to our show? Like, I was so worried, but we were watching along every show. Like, okay, they made it through the show. Like, we're this much closer to our show. So it ended up happening. And it was so, so incredible. It was so nostalgic. And I knew that I was going to cry. I was like, I'm going to cry for sure because Oasis reminds me of my dad when I went to see my dad when I was 10 years old in was that the 90s, I guess? Yeah. Yeah, it would have been the 90s, 95 or 96 when I went there. Oasis was big at that time. So, and the song Live Forever just reminds me of my dad. I think that's like him and I, like you and I are going to live forever. Like the love I have for you will always live forever. You'll always be with me. Like, so it just reminds me of my dad. And so I knew that I was going to cry. But what ended up happening was it was so exciting. And like, I was so happy and just the energy was so high that I actually didn't cry. I was like too happy to cry. But now, since I keep listening to the live playlist or the live, I'm not sure if it was Wembley. It's on Spotify, and so their set list, I've been listening to it nonstop, and like now I can cry. And I was crying before the show, but like during the show, I was actually too happy to cry. But it was absolutely incredible. And then the show ended. Well, there was a bunch of celebrities there, but we didn't see anybody until like the next day we were able to see like a list of who was there, but we didn't see anyone. But like I guess Leonardo DiCaprio was there, Billie Eilish was there, Paul McCartney was there, and I can't quite remember who else. That's all I remember. But then yeah, it was just incredible. So the concert ends. Actually, wait, before I tell you that story, everyone's wearing bucket hats. And I was going to pack a bucket hat for my outfit because, and again, another very British clothing item is a bucket hat. And of course, they were selling Oasis bucket hats. So I'm seeing everyone wearing bucket hats. And I was like, oh, I was so upset that I didn't bring my bucket hat. So at the very end of the show, I end up getting a bucket hat. And at this point, been drinking all day. I'm in good spirits. Like I was good. I remember the whole show, everything, but by the very end, trying to get out of there and trying to get a cab or a Uber is when my energy starts going and I crash and I lost my bucket hat. So I was so sad the next day. I was like, I opened my eyes. I'm like, my bucket hat. I lost my bucket hat. One of my friends from England texted me and he's like, how was the show? And I'm like, I lost my bucket hat. First thing I say, I was like, ugh. But now I'm just laughing about it because I'm like, well, what are you going to do? Like, I tried to put out a search warrant for my hat. No one's returned it. So funny story, I went on to Temu and found there's some like shit bucket hats on there. I'm like, well, maybe this will be the closest I'm going to get. So I ordered one. We'll see. It's an Oasis bucket hat. It's not the same color. I'd bought like an army green one. The one I got on Temu is light pink. So we'll see when it shows up. it's something. It's a memory at least, and it's just hilarious. But so the concert ends, and we just like sat down and watched everyone like because we're like, this is gonna be a while. This is gonna take a while. So we were just enjoying ourselves and watching everyone exit. And finally, we get up and we're like, okay, let's go try to get an Uber. So then someone's like, oh, you got to like walk way down to this like parking lot. That's where the Ubers will pick you up. So we go down there and we're trying to get an Uber, but they're charging $200 American for an Uber. So we're like, well, fuck, that's like a lot of money. Considering I just spent this money on the no, I didn't lose my bucket hat yet. So I had it still at this point. But we went as far as like trying to hitch a ride. That didn't work. So we couldn't, we were like talking to people, like we were trying to get a ride and we had no choice. And at that point I just like slumped down on the sidewalk or like a parking, what do you call those? Barricade thing? I don't know. I just sat down and I think that's when my hat fell off. I think I was just like, like I need to go to bed. It's been such a long day. And like, how are we going to get home? And so that's when I lost my hat. And then that's when we decided to bite the bullet and order the $200 Uber. Cause I was like, I need to get out of here. So yeah. So that was that. But then the next day we planned to switch hotels because we were going to go to the Angels game. So we went to Long Beach. We stayed at the Hyatt there, and we went to the Angels versus the Athletics, and super cool checking out different stadiums in the States. It wasn't very busy. Like I was like, where's their fans? Because I guess they're not the best teams. They're not the Phillies. And I knew that, but I went there wearing my Phillies jersey and my Phillies hat because I was like, listen, I'm big in Philly. I love the Phillies. I'm a Philadelphia girl. I'm gonna be supporting my team. I don't care where I'm at. And I was like, maybe I'll get beat up. Who cares? What could happen? And no one cared. No one looked at me twice, probably because they're like, yeah, your team's better than our team. But regardless, it was so cool going to a different stadium. I've only ever been to one baseball game before, actually. So I've been to, it was in Seattle and it was a Blue Jays game. I'm Canadian, so we went to see the Blue Jays at the time. I don't remember anything being super cool about that venue, though, that particular stadium. But this one was really neat in Anaheim. And I got the big baseball hat full of nachos. I was like, that's what I want. I wanted to eat everything there. The plan was I definitely wanted a hot dog, but I ended up getting the nachos because I saw them and then we could take the hat home. So I did that. Those were delicious. And then I wanted to get the little hat and the ice cream in the little hat, but I was too full. So I didn't do that. This particular stadium had a brewery inside. We went and checked that out, but it was done serving by the time we got there. But I was like, oh, we should have sat up here the whole time because you can sit in the brewery and they have a patio and you're being served and you can watch the game. So that was super cool. And then they have a big, massive store in there, like the Angels, all the merchandise. I'm like, that's super cool. But I liked all the stuff, but I was like, it's not my team. Like I like the clear bags that they have, but I want the Phillies one. I don't want the Angels one. And I could hardly even bring myself to buy my daughter something there too, because I'm like, I don't want her to support the wrong team. So Diary of the Doll. What a day.
The driver
What
canceled. We
a
got
day.
another driver.
Then we left there. We did go to a brewery across the street. It was a massive brewery. And it was Sunday, like football was on. So they had the football going on. There was so many people coming in there after the baseball game. Now, I can't remember the name of that brewery right now. Sorry, I don't remember. But yeah, that was good. So we stayed in Long Beach. Then we went back. It was like a half-hour drive from the game to Long Beach. But Long Beach was super chill. It was more residentially, like suburbia, more like suburban. Suburban, is that the word? I could live there. It seemed chill. It seemed like normal, like not like fast pace and the hustle and bustle. I was like, okay. maybe we can move here and I can keep that nice skin that I'm talking about. But we went, so our hotel in Long Beach, there's kind of like a little shopping area right near our hotel, and I spied with my little eye a Hooters restaurant. I used to work at Hooters, so I'm a Hooters girl. I love to go to different Hooters in the States or whenever we're traveling. Like I always go to the one in Vegas. It never gets old. Once a Hooters girl, always a Hooters girl. So we checked out the one in Long Beach, and let me tell you, I think that one, I wish I got a picture with the girls, but I was just so tired from the past 2 days, the baseball game and the concert. Those girls are the prettiest Hooters girls I've ever seen. Prettier than the ones I worked at, prettier than the ones in Vegas. They're pretty. And yeah, so yay, Long Beach Hooters girls, you're doing great. Of course, the football was on again. People in America love the football. So yeah, Hooters girls and football and beer and wings and wing sauce all over your white shirt. What could be better? It was fantastic. And then so there was a little shopping area. I don't think I bought anything, but I bought my daughter a fake Labubu, and they had like a Ferris wheel. Diary of the Doll. I'm here in Long Beach, California, and I'm on a Ferris wheel, shitting my pants. I'm afraid of heights. But you can see Hooters in the background, so where is it? Oh. We're stopped right now. I'd like to get this thing going and just get the fuck off. If I die, thank you all for following my journey, and you know, hopefully my legacy continues. Thanks, bye. It's fine, everything's fine. So we went on the Ferris wheel. It was not that large. It was like a mini Ferris wheel, really. But I absolutely hate rides. I hate heights. Like I don't mind flying and stuff like that, but it's unstable heights I don't like. So I hate when you're stuck at the top of the Ferris wheel and it's like rocking. I'm like, don't fucking move. Like I hate it. But I went on and I was having a panic attack and I fought through it and it wasn't that bad. So yay me. My cat's meowing. I don't know if you can hear him. You want to come up? You want to say hello? Come here. Come here then. He just loves attention. Hi, everyone. This is Chester, and he did not come to LA, though he should have, because look how fancy he is. Oh, my God. I love you. I love you. Yeah, so I think that was about it. Hooters, we kind of capped the night off with Hooters. And then off to the, oh God, we had to be up at 3:30 in the morning to go off to the airport. But that's because I wanted to get home to my kids at Cats nice and early instead of getting home late and they're sleeping. So overall, I absolutely loved LA. I thought it would be more crazy, like you'd see crazier people. Like Vegas, kind of the way you picture like Vegas being, that's how I thought it would be, but it was actually super chill. However, I mean, I was out at the Sunset Strip in the daytime. Nighttime could be completely different. Loved Long Beach. I guess that's where Snoop Dogg's from. So Snoop Doggy Dogg. I think that's about it, guys. I hope that you enjoyed and that this wasn't too boring. I can't wait to bring you on all my travels and do more Diary of the Doll. And thank you so much for all your support. This was a lot of fun, and I can't wait to the next one. I'm your host, the Dynamite Doll, and you're watching Diary of the Doll.